Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. So if you are new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've currently got an 8th grader, 4th grader, kindergartner, and then like pre-K kiddo who's doing some kindergarten work and some preschool stuff. So if you are not new here, you probably are wondering where I have been, and that is what today's video is going to be all about. So this is going to be a little bit more of a personal update on my life and how things are going, and I will be talking homeschool and stuff, but just a general, like, burnout's real, guys. Burnout is real. So that is what I'm going to share with you guys in this video, and I'll also be sharing like what's coming up for the channel over the next couple of months. So if you are interested in any of that, I hope you will stick around and let's chat. Life has been life. It has been real. Burnout is real. Life has been happening around here. Things have been a little busy. You guys probably noticed, you know, back when I was filming videos that things were really busy for us. And burnout is real, guys. I was trying to do all the things that I shared about. I shared a video about avoiding burnout. I'll link it for you guys. I tried all the things. I did all the things. I took time. I knew it was coming. And then I just had scheduled myself so tight that any extra thing that came up really took me, you know, for a loop, really threw me off my game. And that's kind of just what happened. Life just got a lot. And so I had decided I was just going to take that week off because I didn't have any videos ready. I didn't have time to make videos, and I would get back to it the next week. But the next week I wasn't ready, and then the next week I wasn't ready, and then the next week I felt like I was ready, and then when it came time to do it, I just couldn't pull myself up to do it. I still needed more time, and so I decided to go ahead and take that time that I needed. And because now I'm ready, I'm refreshed. Last week I couldn't think of videos that I wanted to film or share. We are getting ready to go out of town again for a very long extended trip, and I need to have a couple, these are going to be batch filmed. So the next few videos you'll see will be batch filmed videos, but, I just couldn't even come up with ideas. So I wasn't ready. But now I'm ready and I'm excited. And that's how I know I'm ready, because I'm excited to do it. I have ideas. I'm back at it. I'm ready to jump back in. I am going to do another video. The next video that you see will be, a video on like a mid-year update kind of. It's not, I say mid-year because it's mid-year for most people, but as you know, we're year-round homeschoolers, so it's not technically our mid-year. But I don't do like quarters or anything, so I'm just going to call it mid-year. But I'm just going to tell you how things were going, and then in this video, and then in the next video I'm going to share more, like I'm going to go back and show you each curriculum that we said we were going to be using, tell you if we're using it, how is it going, all of those things. So, but as I said, this is going to be a little bit of life. So I think the last time we caught up, I was getting ready to go. My youngest sister got married, and she had a wedding. I think it was between my sister's wedding and my other sister, who was a surrogate, who was having a baby. And in a past life, I was a doula, and so I was doulaing for her. I mean, I still have technically my training, but I don't really do it anymore. It's a really hard job to have when you have a bunch of little kids. I do still love it. I still love doing it, but it's a hard job because you have to be on call. And you have to be able to go at a moment's notice, and you can't really do that with kids. So especially when you're the only parent at home with them. And homeschooling, so they're not at school. But anyways, I was doulaing for her. And I think it was between those two major events that I had happening, where I was going to be gone and out of town and, having other things to do. The delivery of my sister went wonderfully. The new family is so perfect and great and wonderful, and everything there. That was such an amazing, wonderful experience. That was a wonderful experience, but everything else in my life was kind of like, I couldn't stay on top of it. I felt like I was, there was just too many plates to keep up in the air, and they were just falling all around me. And so when I got home from that, I decided that was when That was that first week where I didn't have any videos ready. And I was like, I need to not do videos. I need to start getting my life back in order. And that's what I did. So I started, the house was a disaster. And so I started working on that, getting things put back and tidy, and back where they go, and making new organization systems for things that were not working well. I hate, if you don't know this about me, I absolutely hate to clean, despise it, don't want to do it, hate it. It takes everything in me to clean. But if you ask me to organize something, I'm all about it. Yes, please. And so, I actually enjoy that process. So I took some time to work on things that, you know, in our household, we have 4 children. I have undiagnosed, but I'm sure I have ADHD. And so I'm not a very tidy person, but if I have a system, I will follow that system. And so that has been something that I've really been working on in our household, is just making sure everything has a place that it goes, a system for, you know, working on, you know, like when things get used, a system on getting them replenished, and a system on getting them, you know, all that kind of stuff. A system for laundry and things like that. So those just really help us stay on top of things, and those had all gotten out of whack because I had been so busy. It's wedding season, so I had a few wedding cakes that I was working on. So I am not doing as much of that anymore, and I'm going to be focusing more on this channel, homeschooling my children, keeping my home in order, and then the co-op that we do. We also have some other little things that we've been adding in here and there, like a science club, and some play dates, and my kids are going to be starting soccer next week actually, and we just have a lot of things coming up. We have a big 12-day vacation that we're getting ready for. That we live in Florida and it's in Colorado, so we have to get all the winter things and all the things like that. So but yeah, so that is kind of where we are right now. That's life. Just I burnt out and I needed some time, and I took the time, and I'm trying really hard not to feel guilty about it. What I feel most guilty about is that I took a little bit of time off of actually school with the kiddos. Now it's not like they weren't doing anything. We had game school days, we have co-op, we were doing the science club, we were going on field trips, we were having play dates with friends, we were doing all kinds, you know, my children were still learning, but we had taken more of a longer break, as far as like from our like day-to-day school work, paperwork, I guess, and bookwork, if that's what you want to call it. So as a result of that, we normally would be stopping the week of Thanksgiving and not resuming until New Year. However, this year, I am going to make them school those few weeks between our trip and the Christmas time. Because we just need to play a little bit of catch up, and I think it'll balance out, you know, the amount of weeks that we didn't work, and then adding in those I think it's like 2 full weeks that I have to add those in to get those, you know, to get us caught back up a little bit. So that is my plan moving forward as far as like personal life goes. So how is homeschool going? Like I said, the next video that I film is going to be like a curriculum update. So I will be sharing all of that with you guys in the next video. And then some of them, like I know Michael Clay Thompson for sure, and then I think there was 1 or 2 other. I want to do like more in-depth videos on how we're using it, how it's going. So those will be coming out too as well. But I'll explain more of that in the next video. But how has homeschool been going since we implemented those rules? So I'll post that video here, and I'm going to do another video that's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks about the reward system that I came up with to implement. But we talked about the homeschool rules that I, you know, mapped out with you guys what our homeschool rules were going to be. Took some advice from some of you guys on our wordings, and since implementing that, it's been going pretty well. It's still a work in progress, but I see the progress. I see things getting a little bit better because they do know that they have a reward coming at the end of it, and the things that we've talked about with them about how, you know, this is something that needs to be done for the betterment of your life, but also for, you know, many other reasons. as far as like you have to, it's the law. And so things like that. So I have seen improvements. I have seen progress, and so I'm happy about that. But I'm going to share more about that in that video that is coming up. And then I think that is going to kind of be all for this video. If you guys have any questions or anything that you want to see, go ahead and comment down below. I do still have a few spots that I could fill in with some videos, even though I have some ideas that are going to be coming through. I planned to share videos up until the week before Christmas, and then I think I will take the Christmas week break, you know, like Christmas week off of videos, and then resume again after that. So that is my plan. I have some things planned out for you guys, but if there's something else you'd like to see or something else you'd like to hear more about that I talked about in this video, let me know. I am gonna talk a little bit more about like the ups and downs of homeschooling, and talk a little bit more about like my burnout that I experienced in an upcoming video as well. But I just wanted you guys to know that like it happens. Even if you're prepared, even if you've done everything right, even if you're, you know, you're on the right path, you've set yourself up for success, you've taken time, you've taken rest, it can still happen. It can still just all be too much. And it's okay for you to break, and allow yourself the time to be broken before you start putting yourself back together. And as much as I'm trying to not feel guilty about, you know, missing some time away from some of the things that I normally do, I'm trying to remind myself that I needed the time, and I took the time to put myself back together. So I think that's all I'm going to share with you guys today. I hope any of this was helpful, or just a reminder to you guys that like it still happens. I mean, if you've been around at all, you know that I knew things were going to get crazy. I saw it coming. I tried to be preemptive and do some things in the beginning, and it still got too much. And so I just want you to know that it's okay. If life is too much right now, it's okay. Don't feel guilty. Take a few weeks off of homeschool. It's okay. It's going to be okay. You can make up that time later, especially if you're not year-round homeschoolers. You can always tack on a couple of weeks at the end, or school on a time when you had planned to do a break. Although, like if you are a 6 week on, 1 week off person, like don't do it during that 1 week. Just add a couple of weeks at the end, because you do need to still keep, you know, take that time. You need the time. Take the time. And so I said I was going to stop talking, so I'm definitely going to stop talking. So I hope you guys will come back and chat with me again real soon. Don't forget, if there's anything else you'd want to hear from me, anything else you'd like me to talk about, let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, I hope you would subscribe to this channel, ring that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. I hope you will stick around and come back and chat with me again soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.